of us think compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. Therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now when you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand everything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by, or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
What is going on today, guys? Evan Aldo here. Welcome back. Sorry I missed the stream yesterday. Had a cold. Starting to get over that, so apologies if I sound a little bit nasally. So yeah, and kind of just looking at these markets, looking at the odds, getting closer. And man, when you look at the political landscape, becoming that war zone, kind of like 2016 vibes a little bit. That war zone, everybody's calling J.D. Vance weird. Calling him weird. It's the best thing they got. It's probably better. That's probably more effective than challenging someone on policy or anything that matters. Calling somebody weird. Let's go. So, but yeah, it's going to get ugly. It's going to be very bitter. Probably all until November. Betting odds are getting tighter. 55, 48. It's getting tighter. So we'll see. Definitely have to see what happens. Anyway. So yeah, appreciate if you guys smash the like button. Always appreciate that. Look, I kind of feel like there's a shot that we, on this 4-hour bear day of rejection from that point on ETH, that we're going to probably retest these areas and maybe bounce from this pocket. We're into that, August, maybe that summer boringness. We'll see a bit. I mean, you got the trigger wave on the daily. It's conflicting a little bit. What does it mean when it's very conflicting? Usually it means you'll just stay range bound. You'll be flat for a bit until things look more trending to one side rather than the other. Then you break upward or downward. Excuse me. Bitcoin's been trying to jump off of these areas. I've been hesitant to tread along this. I just haven't signed anything good enough, which is good. Worked in my favor so far. Nothing looks that great as of yet for a long position. So kind of just waiting for something to happen. Maybe a 15-minute money flow crossover into the green will give us what we need. That could be something that absolutely could help us out a little bit here. I think a little bit. And yeah, I mean, that's ultimately the main thing I'm looking at there. You kind of have to wait, I think, a little bit to see more of a clear direction in this market. Now, when you look, we've been in this range since February, long time, about 6 months in this range. We're either going to probably break upward or break downward here. Let's look at this, this area. I mean, if you break upward, you're looking at 90K maybe. If you break downward, you're looking at some low-ass numbers. What are you looking at? 40K. It could obviously be not as bad as that. I mean, there's different ways to do this. I would really, go more from a here-to-here perspective. I mean, target at 51 or 52 based on that. Breaking upward 80K. So I think you got a shot at 80K, by the end of the year. Some of these bearish things, trigger waves and whatnot, are worrisome. Crypto Face was saying in his video, I believe he uploaded yesterday, last night, I think, that maybe this is the place to short, off of this kind of trend line area. But, it's a little bit of a tougher market to read at the moment. He stated that. Crypto Face has been more active lately. I know obviously a lot of you guys watch him, but he's put out a lot of really, good stuff. More frequently. Oh my, I am getting a speech impediment here. More frequently than lately. So check out his stuff. I always try to check out his stuff before I look at the markets, because it's the OG of it all, the creator of Market Cipher. Check him out. But yeah, I mean, your 2 week is decent if you get that green dot. Man, I wish this market could be a little bit more, based on this, I would argue that most likely we're going to be range bound a bit. Range bound being, with a drop down to that area, and the same thing, potentially ETH dropping back down to 32. So, I'm just looking here. Tough to read. Weekly here is concerning as hell on ETH. XPRT, some esoteric ones. Making a higher low. Don't have an issue with that too much. Don't have too bad of an issue with that. Don't have a problem with that 2 week too much either. Alts are looking a little rough. We'll see. Definitely have to see what happens. Alts could bleed a bit more on their Bitcoin pair for probably until Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, I'm looking at. Which that could be a couple weeks. That could be many months. We'll see. I'd say at the latest Q2 of next year that Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, hits that 75K area. Earliest, a week or two. So, it's hard to exactly predict that. It's a little bit hard to exactly predict that. ApeCoin trying to come up a little bit, some of the esoteric ones. What was that? What did I want to look at here? Oh yeah, Link is definitely a good one to take a little look-see at. Daily trigger wave. Link, I think, has a good shot. We got to wait and see what happens. We just got to confirm this trigger wave in the 2-day. Oh, shoot. That went away already. Jeez. Still there on the daily. Damn, this has been a conflicting. It's been all over, but we do have the reverse head and shoulder situation, which should save the day, generally bringing us upwards. So a little bit of a weird, that you get that in the summer sometime. Joel Goldberg is what is the actor that plays Joel Goldberg? What's up, Trader Geo? Appreciate you, man. How's it going? What are you looking at? What's your opinion on the market right now? You any trades? I'm just hunting right now. I mean, I have a Sol. I got stopped out in profit on the Bitcoin long, stopped out in profit on the ETH long. I'm in a Sol long with profits locked in from a while ago. That's the main one I'm in right now. And I'm in one other one, but wouldn't be fair to tell you guys about. And we'll see what happens. Yeah. That's from the Netflix show You or whatever. I've seen a few episodes of that. Kind of cool where have you seen that show, Gio, with that character? I got to the part where he goes to like Greenwich, Connecticut at a trip. I'm trying to remember. And doesn't he lock that other guy in the thing? That's like interesting. Pretty cool, the Manhattan like scenery there. But yeah, I guess I look like everybody. Everybody's saying I look like Michael Saylor. I look like the Altcoin Daily guys, Altcoin Daily twins, Daily brothers. Shout out to them. Really great guys. Met them in Nashville. Well, I've met them before, but yeah. But yeah. Does look decent. I don't know why I'm staring at Altcoin. This is kind of just hopelessness. But yeah, I mean, Matic is one. When you look at some of these, you got a good shot here. If you do break down, you're looking at that 36-cent range. I mean, I wouldn't think you would go much below 36 cents for some of these unless you're really, not going to have much of a future. So definitely got to see what exactly happens. Let's look at some of the other. Let's just finish up the meme coins. Oh, is that wait a second. Or did Popcat actually fall off that much? Hold on a second here. No, not too bad. Not terribly bad. That area right there, rejection, then yeah. I don't know. Meme coins at the moment, I don't know. Shiba Inu. Adam did, yeah. Adam did. I mean, do you think Sol won't? I mean, Sol likely won't. Some of them. Adam easily can, yeah. It already did, yeah. I mean, ApeCoin, a lot of them, yeah. Adam's really fallen off. I mean, the thing with alts is, your main goal, well, my main goal with alts, I think, is there's no index for total 3. There's no index for total 3 minus, Tether or whatever. If you have like 30 alts, especially like 30 good alts or good fundamentals, you could follow this index and potentially get up to, at least let's see here. Hopefully at least a 200%, but I mean, probably higher. So if you have a lot of alts, I mean, that's always been my philosophy in alts because, if you only hold, Atom or whatever, you've been getting railed. But if you have a lot of them, including Sol, BNB, top ones that have done well. The other thing I want to look at, let's look at others versus total 3. That's a decent one to look at, right? Because others is, so it seems like others does outperform total 3. Wait, actually, you know what I want to do here? Others does not include Tether. Yeah, others does outperform total 3, but it's probably not a ton. Let's see. No, it is a bit. Everything outside the 10% outperforms total 3. Interesting. So, yeah. I wish there was Trader Geo, do you know, is there a way to buy a total 3 index or an others index? I don't think there is, right? I don't think, not yet at least. Because others including top 10. Let's see what this is excluding quickly. I just want to see what... I got to get you on the channel, Trader Geo. Shoot me a DM or something. I got to get you on the channel. I'd like to hear some of your insights. Let's Let's see, top 10. Yeah, so everything outside. Yeah, that's a... Jeez, I didn't even realize Altcoin was that big of a market cap. Let's see here. Let's see, Monero has been 2 years, right? I think Monero will do something. Yeah, Sol could fall off compared to ETH. I could see Sol bleeding against ETH. So, yeah. But if we look at others, which is a decent one to look at, I think, it's questionable. I mean, it's definitely a questionable situation here. You know, I wouldn't be overly pessimistic on it. You know, as long as we could hold this area, I would be somewhat optimistic. This is a reverse head and shoulders, and if I had to guess here based on where we are in the cycle, I wouldn't bet very bearishly. I would bet more bullishly, and I think you could jump up. That's what I think here. Others versus Bitcoin, let's look at that. You know, same situation. Double bottom or higher low, I think is most likely here. It does look questionable. And that weekly does look, you know, some of these do look very questionable. But I do think you got a decent shot, you know, making a higher low here or something. I wouldn't, you know, at this point, Bitcoin dominance, my always impression has been that you'll bottom out somewhere in the high 50s, low 60s. Could this have been the top 57? Sure. Can it go up to 62, 63? Sure. Regardless of whether or not that happens, well, the thing too, Bitcoin dominance peaked out right around the time Bitcoin made a new all-time high last cycle. I don't consider the hot new all-time high we made against the US dollar to be a true new all-time high. Why? Because we didn't make a true new all-time high, you know, compared to factoring in inflation. We're not there quite yet. So I do think we got to wait a little bit more. But the moment that Bitcoin gets to 75K, whenever that may happen, that's the time to really ape into altcoins, I think. That's the time where you'll see a lot of shit happen with altcoins, I would assume. So yeah. ETH Bitcoin, that's a hard one to read. Let's look at it for a second. I mean, 2 week, I mean, look, I think the next green dot in the 2 week and the trigger wave on the weekly will bring you some good stuff here. I think most of the blood has happened. What's the lowest this can go? Probably down another 25%. I don't think you would go down to full 30%. You can. I mean, you can if we're over here or whatever, you know. March of 19. That would take a while. Yeah, I don't know if you're quite there yet. NASDAQ? Hasn't the NASDAQ been coming up a little bit? We'll look at XMR, then we'll look at the NASDAQ. This thing has just been range bound. I don't know. I think it'll eventually break out of this area. When will it happen? Sometime within the next year. He'll probably at least get up to 300 again or something. Let's see. What are you doing on the NASDAQ? Oh, we're making a new low here? I thought we were up on the day. Okay. Let me look. Hold on a second here. I didn't realize that. I thought we were ahead. No, we're down 300. Shit. Okay. Treasuries must be down. I have undefeated. I'm not really sure what the hold a 68 buy in Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will be higher than it is now in a year to year and a half, most likely. Anything could happen though. You got the 2 week bear div in the NASDAQ. Yeah, starting to look a little bit more bearish here. Maybe the 2 week trigger could save us, but it does look like you may retest 18 something here. What has this correction been so far? Yeah, 10%. You make them down 11. Bleeding against the SPY too. Let's look at the SPY. Speaking of the SPY. Ooh. Yeah, she's 2 week bear div with money flow coming out. It's not something to be taken lightly. However, typically, next green dot kind of saves the day. But, you know, you got to be careful with it. It's the first time we've seen that since over here, September 21. So if it's kind of like that, and then it could be interesting if 2025 starts off as a bad year. But, yeah, you could absolutely come down a bit here. a bit more on the SPY, especially if you can't reclaim, 540. So yeah, curious how's Tesla holding up? A little bit better in some other things, but questionable. Still a little questionable. That 2 week, I was hoping for more there. Yeah, it's starting to look a lot. I mean, you got the 20-hour trigger, starting to look a little more questionable. What's up, young pilot? Been a minute. So I'm just curious if treasuries are doing it or coming. Yeah, I mean, you would expect them to come down with the market coming down. So yeah, very sideways though. I would assume you could break down lower, get down to that low of the year, so far. The same July of 23 numbers. Fed most likely will pivot in September. I think regardless of whether markets go up or down between now and then, you're still gonna, you got the Fed meeting tomorrow. That would probably wait till after that to enter any trades at the moment. Just see kind of what's brewing. You look at some of these alts, they're not that far away from the low, and then you look at Solana, it's just up so much. There's so many unicorns, 20x there. But that does look like, yeah, that damn daily, shoot. That does look a little bit worrisome. We're at 78 right now. Ooh. Sound like an owl looking at this. Yeah, kind of in between here. I don't know. I would guess a little bit more bearish, at least on this one. That should drop it down to that point again. So yeah. And some of these are definitely concerning. How about AVAX? But yeah, what's up, Young Pilot? Shout out to Young Pilot. Been a fan for a while. 3. Oh, that's concerning. Damn. Let me look at that on the blood diamond there. Yeah, potentially making lower lows on some of these. We'll see, though. That 4-day does not look too good. It could be that bearish August. It could be the red August coming. Red August and then red September and then smooth sailing after that. That could be the area to look at, That October, November. But yeah, we definitely got to see here. Trigger wave trying to form in the 2 week. What's up, NBF? Appreciate you. Yeah, I wish it was. It's kind of a hard market to really know. I mean, I would lean I would lean more bearish right now, potentially coming down to 64.8 on Bitcoin. Not seeing enough of a reason to be, to bet on the jump just yet. That's what I'll say. When in doubt, moon cycles. Need to come up a little bit higher on that full. Get a new moon pretty soon that may bring us down. $3K ETH again. If we do break down, yes. I mean, there's definitely an argument to be made for that easily based on a lot of these. Back down to that area, 28, maybe even lower. We'll see, though. Definitely have to see. Flight training. Wow. Nice, man. Nice. What's up, Blind 2 Side? Well, welcome back, young pilot. Welcome back. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Amazon, yeah, everything's down a bit. Everything. I mean, big point there. Trying to. Yeah, I could see us coming down a bit more. Could see us coming down a little bit more here. Trying to think what else would be interesting to look at the moment. How about Apple? Kind of rejecting from some of these points here. Ooh. Curious what we, yeah, that 2 week a little bit concerning. It kind of looks like things will come down a little bit more. Maybe retest 197. We may be bearish. Maybe a red August. Oh, really appreciate you, Blind Two Side. Get a career as Angela. Well, congratulations. Hope you're doing well. Wonder if it's a hedge fund or what you're looking at. If it's crypto or, I'd be curious. What are you looking at? But yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, great to be of some help. Helping you make money, helping you get a new job, change your life. Really, that's what I like to do, change people's lives for the better, I should say. But yeah, like I mentioned on NASDAQ, right now I'd be a little bit more bearish for all of this shit, everything. It's not, I'm not seeing what I want to see to try to long this as of yet. What I may look to do in terms of a short, if you look at potentially trying to short downward, 60K could be back in the cards, on that 3 hour. Look at that jump up, red to green, big jump up. Now potentially jump down, drop down. Wow. Well, let's decide. That's awesome. You could probably live wherever you want or whatever. That's great, man. Really appreciate you. Hope you're making that guac. Hope you're making a good living. Man. I do mostly, yeah. I mean, it depends what's in front of me, but yes, I do think swing trading is the easiest thing to be profitable at. So that's what I try to show people the most. So yeah. What's up, Shirley Sound? Curious about how's helium. I know helium was getting a bit of a recovery. That's the thing, you got a recovery, and now look what's happening. Ooh, dropping off a little bit. Big area, big jump. That was probably 100% jump or something, yeah. And then now we look at what potentially could happen here. So falling off a little bit. So yeah, we looked at Sol. I'm more bearish at the moment on most things, What shitcoin? Oh, H&T. Yeah. Hey, we'll see what happens here. That's the one you get if you have the mobile one. Is the one you get if you got the thing. Yeah, definitely doesn't look the best right now. I'll say that. Yeah, we can look at Netflix. Let's see. It's not a stock I care about that much, but yeah, I mean bear div on the 2 week. I don't know. Maybe September. I feel like September is the time to buy when the Fed pivots, especially if August is a red month. But we could have 2 red months ahead. I could see August being red, September being red. We'll see. Hard to say. I mean, I don't know exactly. I don't know. Man, that was just straight down and then. Because those green Heiken-Ashis didn't work on that weekly, and then. But these green Heiken-Ashis, these gave you what you needed. So yeah. Just want to look at SPY on the. Yeah, I mean, what return would you have gotten just going in right when these got bright? You would have gotten about 30 something, yeah. Over the course of about a year. Oh, SoFi earnings were. Did they come out already? The earnings. I don't know. I would argue this probably could be bullish. It seems like a decent company. I think it's for XMR. Yeah, I was looking at it before. I think it will break upward to 300 at some point. So yeah. Oh, estimate. Wait, what's going on with SoFi? Let's see. Okay, did well. Yeah, I mean, I would argue too, as there's more like refinancing coming, as rates come down, this probably would do well. I would argue you got a good shot with this. How about KRE, regional banks? Those have been gradually, yeah, since the capitulation there. I mean, gradually done pretty well since that low, 67% upward. So yeah. How about Hood? Yeah, down a bit, but it would continue to be a little bit more. MicroStrategy. Let's see here. This looks a little bit better than Bitcoin at the moment. This looks like it wants to break upwards. So yeah, you could get a little bit. I mean, we're going to get to 3,000 within the next year, I think. Maybe sooner. You know, it's your old all-time high. I think you'll at least get there. Probably even more. But, you know, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Oops. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we probably also want to, let me mark that one out. Mark this guy out right over here. There, okay. Yeah, we can talk about Mara mining. I would probably remain, you know, a little bit conflicting. I would say in the short term, you probably could come down more, but I don't think it's done, you know. Yeah, you got up to November, or, yeah, I mean, you got up here, then you probably at least make a new all-time high, I would think. Well, can you get up to 230? I don't know. Tough to exactly say. High anchor waves would probably start to dispel. Probably start to, yeah. That was a big jump up, my God. Yeah, I mean, what are we looking at from where we are right now? If we could get up to here, yeah, that's a big jump up. Yeah, there's a MSTR. That probably would be bullish, I guess. I don't know. Could go either way, though. This is I've looked at this one before. I mean, it's similar. It probably will eventually break upward and get back up to, I don't know, about 100 something, but I mean, 30 something at least, I would argue. 30 to 50 at least, maybe more. I don't know. Tough to exactly say. Definitely not the easiest market to read. I would lean more bearish, at least in the short term. We got to reevaluate, you know, some of these trigger waves and shit. Like, I think the best trade to make right now would probably be trying to short down to these areas, you know. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get, that's the thing I would argue, yeah. If you're trying to go right there. Yeah, I would say trying to go down there. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's look at Daddy. He's fallen off a little. I thought maybe the XC chart's a little bit better, yeah. Speaking of Daddy, he's fallen off. Lamb Research. I've never heard of Lamb Research. This? That's not even. Yeah. Yeah, I could see it coming back to scene of the crime here. 380 on meta, maybe. It's more. Yeah. It's looking like a red August, guys. It's starting to really look like a red August here. I gotta, see. See what's going on here. But yeah, it does look like you're gonna, yeah. Oh yeah, Nvidia's probably. Bear div there. Yeah, that's looking like he can definitely come down a bit more here. Maybe back to 90. Yeah, another 10% down or more. You were up to 140, so you've already seen a 26% correction. You could see a 34, maybe a 30 to 50% correction here. But yeah. Buy it while it's cheap. What else was there to look at? What's that Mog one, the other cat one? Oh, interesting. Well, that's probably good for Google, right? Alphabet, yeah, rejecting from that point. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of this does look like it could come down farther. I will say that. A lot of this does look like it could come down farther. How much farther? Probably not that bad, but it could be a red October or red August. They stopped I thought the FAIRDESK giveaway was still going on. I gotta check on that with the guy. It should be still going on, the $100 FAIRDESK giveaway every single week. You only use it once per person, though. You're not supposed to, I think if the same IP keeps using it, that's no bueno. It's one per person, but yeah, if you guys want to check that out, if you guys sign up to any of the links down below for the exchange, it's about at least $100, and do one, and then open a sport ticket in the Discord. I'll give you one free month in the Aldo Empire VIP channels. So yeah, Apple's working on Apple Intelligence, their own. Yeah, XRP has a mind of its own. XRP's looked damn good. Yeah, XRP's looked pretty good. Let me actually look at the Bitstamp chart. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. People be buying XRP. You didn't win the bonus. Damn it. Maybe somebody else won it that week. It is. Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's a giveaway once a week. I mean, usually you got a good shot at winning it. I mean, there's not that many people that deposit every week, but unfortunately. And by the way, guys, we're doing a new giveaway or new trading competition on Bybit, and then BloFin. You get only with my link a really good discount and fees. Resistance dog, man, that sounds like a meme coin and a half. Yeah, maybe it could come back. How about Ton? I didn't realize how big of a market cap Ton was. This ain't even listed in that many places. I'm looking at this. I mean, XC. Man. Oh, that's probably why XRP's bombed the Ripple case. I think it's going to end favorably for Ripple. This is one of the few I've never done much TA on Altcoin. I wouldn't be incredibly optimistic until we get a trigger wave on the 4-day or 3-day here. I think it still could come down more farther. So yeah. Dixie, the hardest freaking thing to read. I mean, trigger waves forming. I mean, it don't look bad. I mean, it looks like it could keep coming up. It looks like the traditional markets in crypto could keep going down a bit. That's what I'll say about the Dixie. So, yeah. But yeah, right now, I mean, I could be wrong. I think most likely you'll probably get down to these points in ETH, 3,200, and probably. I mean, you could jump here. We got to wait and see what happens on Bitcoin. I don't know. It's definitely not the not the easiest market to read at the moment. I don't see enough to really support the case of jumping here. I don't think he could send any screenshots on the YouTube chat. That'd be a lot of weird stuff with that coming up sometimes. Yeah, you definitely can't. But yeah. Trying to think what else there is, you know. Cardano. Trigger wave trying to form in the 2-week. That could give us something nice. Could take weeks for that to happen, though. Man. I feel like we might lose this area. 39 cents could be next for Cardano. We'll see what happens. Man, that wick down to 31 was not fun. Could have been the bottom. We'll see, though. But yeah, it is looking questionable. Questionable. So, yeah. Gold is probably down a little bit, right? Yeah, big place here. That's actually up right now, but yeah, big place here. We'll see if we can break above that. So, yeah. It's Apple. Yeah, I mean, generally would be good for Google. I guess. I don't know. Not always. I could kind of care less about this stuff, to be honest. How about micro? Soft. Nice 2-week rejection off of that. Yeah, big point to reject from 2 on the fib levels. I mean, yeah. Like I've mentioned before, guys, that 2-week bear div could bring her down. It could bring her down. I'll tell you that much. It could bring her down. Right there, 376. Or there, 340. Probably will lose this area, so we'll see. I definitely got to see here. How about SPX versus M2? Yeah, same situation there. I mean, generally still so bullish here. I mean, yeah, those are 22 drop down. You came back down to November 18 low in terms of this, and then you just shot up. So, yeah. Delta. Airlines are a little bit, I mean, it trends up generally. It never came back to pre-COVID era, but they do kind of trend upward. I mean, since then you've generally come up. But yeah. He's its own animal. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Anyway, guys, not too much else to talk about right now. It's a harder market to read at the moment. I'm just waiting, I think we're going to come down more in the short term. It looks like most likely we'll come down to 3,200. Bitcoin probably most likely is 64, high 64s. I do have a good ETH short setup in. I did take that. I'm also in a link setup. That's for a long though. But if you guys want more info on that, check out the Discord link down below. Probably will be doing a chat with you guys in the Discord relatively soon. So if you want a free month of that and you sign up to any exchanges down below, deposit at least $100, open support ticket, get you sorted. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys right now. I mean, Bybit's doing a trading competition, and FAIRDESK, we try to give away the $100 giveaway every week. You guys got a good shot at getting that, so check it out. All right, guys, really appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna get going.